Okay, this is video 2 of 3. Oldsmobile Cutlas Supreme 80s, like 84, 85. The first video we talked about the base that was laid down, and now we're looking at like about 15, almost 20 coats of pearl, the blue pearl. And I had a gallon of it, so I put it to good use. When you spray pearl, you don't want to spray it. You don't want to create a shine, not even a satin, a sheen, or like a semi-gloss, because that's too close for comfort. If you were shooting a solid base color, you could almost spray it like a clear coat. If you just the first coat, you just give it just like a tack coat. The second one you can lay it on if you reduce it 1-to-1, and it's not cold or humid. You got good temperatures. But yeah, you'd get stripes if you get too close to the surface with this pearl and you're shooting it and you're actually looking for like a shine, like a reflection, so you can see how wet you're applying it. You're gonna have stripes, and that's bad. What you want to do to be on the safe side is reduce it a little bit more than what you typically would if you're using a normal reducer. If you're using slow reducer, just go 1-to-1 and just open up your fan, raise the pressure up a little bit, and just, take 2 steps back from the surface and kind of move quick, kind of just like sweep by and be consistent. If you can help it, you want to start from the back of the car all the way to the fender room, back and forth. Back and forth is as smooth as you can. You don't want any, if you trip over the air hose or like you mess up with the gun or you hesitate, it's going to show in the finish, so you got to be really consistent with it. The surface is actually kind of dry. If you go over it with the tack rag, it's going to feel just a little bit rough, but that's because I was avoiding applying the pearl too heavy. If you look, you can't really see the pearl in it, but nor do you see any stripes of pearl. See what I'm saying? So obviously I didn't do that mistake, but you're better to just have it laid down a little bit dry to be on the safe side than to just apply it wet, even though you're going to get a smoother surface, and when you go to apply the clear coat, it makes life a lot easier and it actually does look a little nicer and it consumes less clear. But like I said, if you're spraying underneath the trunk or like you're doing door jams, you could pound that pearl under it like as if you were shooting clear. Just lay it on there and just run around, and you're really not gonna see any footsteps left behind, from your spraying patterns, because it's a small area and the fan pattern is pretty large, so it's gonna get inconsistent. But when you have all this space to cover and your fan pattern only opens up like about 8 to like 9 inches, with the average gun, I mean, think about it. It's gonna be really hard to have a small fan like that cover this whole car without any traces of that imperfection. So, but for the most part, it's clean. That right there that you're seeing on the hood, that's not the pearl. That's just because, like I said, it was sprayed, a little dry, and this is just pearl over base. There's no clear. Once that clear is laid on there, it's gonna look like still water. So, this is video 2, and look for video 3 and check that out.